Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a ton of entertainment updates for you today, so let's get right into it. All right, the first topic of the day is animated Game of Thrones series. Whoa! Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. Okay, I'll just stop that. So this article is coming from Variety, but I couldn't find the actual Twitter tweet from Hollywood Reporter, which is the exclusive on this, by the way. Game of Thrones animated drama eyed at HBO Max. The next Game of Thrones chapter could be animated. An animated Game of Thrones drama is in the early stages of development at HBO Max, multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. Meetings with writers for the adult-leaning project, which would be similar in tone to HBO's Emmy-winning flagship, are already underway. No deals have been made, and there's still a possibility that the animated series never comes to fruition. Wait a minute. This is the second type of article that's coming from like these bigger trades where it says, this is what we heard, but it may not happen. So it's like, okay, why are we reporting on it? But I mean, it kind of makes sense. I guess they're doing, the expansion starts with HBO's House of the Dragon, and then we have the other Dunk and Egg. And, it does make sense since it's kind of like the Star Wars situation, where they're making all these live action series and also animated series. I think at a certain point when everybody, like literally everybody, just went over and saw that Disney Plus thing going on, they saw all the Star Wars things that happening, and they were like, I want to do that. I want to be that guy. That guy is cool. I want to be just like them. And so they're going to make some live action series. They're going to do some animated stuff. And I think a lot of people are going to be doing this from now. You're going to be hearing a lot of animated stuff, live action stuff, prequels, spin-offs, series, things like that, because it makes the brand stronger. And I'm surprised if they're not going to do that. I'm not shocked at all that if they're even contemplating on an animated series of some sort in any property, especially a big and very popular and awesome IP as Game of Thrones. So hopefully that's actually happening. That would be kind of cool to see it. I mean, we had games, we had the series itself. There's going to be other spinoffs as well. There's a ton of stuff. So definitely this would probably be something pretty exciting. All right. Other animated news coming out. Like today is literally like an animated day for some reason. The next one is animated Skull Island and Tomb Raider series on Netflix. What? Okay, this is kind of cool. Geek Vibes Nation is reporting on this. Netflix teaming with Legendary for Skull Island and Tomb Raider anime series. Fresh off the new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer and also the announcement of the sequel to the Alicia Vikander-led Tomb Raider film that I reported on yesterday, Skull Island will take place firmly in the continuity of the current MonsterVerse, and much like the 2017 film, will follow a group of shipwrecked characters as they attempt to survive the horrors and monsters of Skull Island. The series will be run by Brian Duffield of Underwater and The Babysitter. I love the Underwater movie. And Jacob Robinson, who will be producing under his company Tractor Pants. The animation will be done by Powerhouse Animation, who previously worked on Castlevania for Netflix. This has got to be, if that's the case, this has got to be one of those rated R ones, right? This has got to be a mature rated anime. There's going to be monsters eating people and stuff like that. It's going to be the rated R version of Camp Cretaceous that's over on Netflix right now, I think. I'm just thinking. Now, the Tomb Raider anime will not follow the movies and still will follow the games from Square Enix. Oh, okay, well, that's different. And we'll pick up after the conclusion of the reboot trilogy 2013-2018. So this one right here, that Tomb Raider is going to be from the games, the most recent games. It's probably going to look like that as well. So I think people who are fans of the games, like I am a fan of the game, it's definitely going to have, you'll be pretty happy with that. But Skull Island having an anime series, that's cool. I like that. I think that's a great way to expand the MonsterVerse that way. Definitely more spin-offs and things like that. Now it's interesting that it's on Netflix. Remember when Legendary was kind of shocked and angry at Warner Brothers for not telling them that Netflix wanted to buy Godzilla vs. Kong for $250 million to put it on their streaming services. And then look what happened. They put it on HBO Max. So they got pissed. So they probably worked out a deal that said, hey, you know what? Why don't you give us $250 million and we'll be happy? And I maybe Warner Brothers did that. They gave him an extra, chunk of change for putting on an HBO Max. And then what did they Legendary go ahead and do? Hey, Netflix, how you doing? Let's do a deal over there and let's put some Skull Island stuff on that side. Wow. Wow. Okay, but that could be kind of cool. Like if Warner Brothers doesn't want to continue, not that I don't know, they don't, because Thomas Tull, like I said before, was heading this whole MonsterVerse deal, and he left. So I don't know if Toby Emmerich has any kind of hopes and wants anything more to do with the MonsterVerse, as maybe he's not as excited as, because Thomas Tull was a huge nerd. He was like, I want to see giant monsters on screen. Let's do it, right? So he was always on that train, right? But definitely that train's gone. So, hey, if Netflix is willing, they seem like the type that they'll do pretty much anything. So if it'll depend on the licenses and things for sure. But if the MonsterVerse can somehow continue over on Netflix, that'd be great. If Warner Brothers doesn't continue, although Godzilla, I remember hearing that after the MonsterVerse, after Godzilla versus Kong, Toho said, you know what? We're going to start making Godzilla movies again, so you guys got to hold off on that. So there'll definitely be more Godzilla movies over in Japan, and so they'll have to kind of take a break from. That's what I've heard a while before. And unfortunately, it's not going to be a Shin Godzilla sequel. I would love a Shin Godzilla sequel. I think after a while, I kind of really enjoy that one now. But looks like they're taking it into a newer direction, if you will. All right, let's get on with more animated news, because it's an animated day, apparently. Looks like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is happening. It's filming soon. This is coming from Discussing Film, which is actually, this link is actually going to Screen Rant. I don't know how to say her name. Taika Sumter. I want to say Tika Sumter confirms Sonic the Hedgehog 2 begins filming in March. So according to co-star Tika Sumter, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will most definitely start filming in March. And that's amazing because I love the first movie. I was hesitant, and I didn't quite like the trailer. Of course, they changed the design and everything. But I was like, well, I don't know. It's a video game movie. And you know what? I always say that Mortal Kombat video game adaptation is the best video. Sometimes I forget about Sonic the Hedgehog. But definitely when you watch that, I actually enjoyed it. This was a really good story. And it was really well done. And it had some really cool moments in there. And you really feel for the character a little bit. So Sonic the Hedgehog 2 apparently will pick up after the cameo appearance of Tails the Fox at the end of its predecessor, but story details are next to none. Of course, you get Jim Carrey back, and he's going to truly have that look, right? She's super excited about Sonic 2, and it's about to start in March, and they're going to be shooting in Hawaii and Vancouver. Oh, Hawaii. I wonder which island. I would say they'll probably shoot some on this island, Oahu. But if you're looking for more scenic routes, scenic places, Kualoa Ranch, they'll probably do it again, because every movie is shot over there, including a lot of movies like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and that, I forgot that movie, right? The Ben Affleck one that went to Netflix, that was shot over there as well. So there's tons of movies to shoot over there. Godzilla 1998, Kong Skull Island. So I think that's probably where they're going to shoot that. But introduce these characters into a real life setting, and then once you get used to that, then maybe now they can explore the fantastical part of it, which is in the other world, right? So we'll see if that happens. But Sonic the Hedgehog filming soon. All right, let's get into WarnerMedia a little bit. WarnerMedia put this out. I'm not really sure what to make of it, but a WarnerMedia Lodge was announced with this little short video. I'm going to show it to you here. Join us and our family of brands at Sundance without having to book a flight. Visit the virtual WarnerMedia Lodge and transport yourself to Park City, where fans can attend thought-provoking panels, networking events, and more. It seems like there's a little bit more to this, but definitely looks like it's going to be in event countdowns only in 16 hours. So that's actually tomorrow, isn't it? So are they going to be presenting things at this WarnerMedia Lodge? I don't know if it's too late to actually register for this, but I'm kind of interested to see what is going to be presented here, and maybe it will be released out tomorrow, and we'll finally know a little bit more. Because when you look really closely, it's like you got TNT, you got HBO, you got HBO Max, so there's definitely a lot of cool stuff in here. Cartoon Network, there could be a lot of things coming out of this. Not much noise on this. I don't know if anybody else talked about this or not, so I don't know if it's a big deal. I think there's Warner Brothers over here as well, so we'll see. Maybe they'll have some cool drops tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow can definitely be interesting. By the way, tomorrow, or after you see this in about the next 6 hours after you've seen this, I'm definitely going to post that kind of a reaction going over that new HBO Max trailer, that same day premiere trailer. They had Mortal Kombat, they had the new Conjuring, and they also had some. Well, the Space Jam was the same, but they definitely had scenes from James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. So be ready for that. That's my new genre, etc. Okay, so that's exciting. Another thing that's kind of cool to mention is that HBO Max, according to Hollywood Reporter, now reaches 37.665 million total subscribers, including 17.2 million activated subscribers. John Stankey said this: the release of Wonder Woman 1984 helped drive our domestic HBO Max and HBO subscribers to more than 41 million, a full 2 years faster than our initial forecast. And they had a forecast here. So this was their HBO Max plan. They were trying to get to 41 million by 2022. Well, they've kind of reached that, in 2020, because that's the ending number, because it's just January. So they've already reached that in 2 years time. And every time they put out one of these releases, the numbers have significantly doubled every single time. Now, this not include worldwide. It has reached 61 million subscribers. So they're apparently they're pretty happy with the numbers they got there. It's definitely a strategy that's successful, and Wonder Woman 1984 really helped that, and including announcements of all the different 2021 movies that are supposed to go theatrically are same day premiere on HBO Max. And of course, within this first quarter, March is going to be huge. The subscribers are going to come in big, definitely because of Godzilla vs. Kong, and of course, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So HBO Max is going to be skyrocketing, and I think I can't. That's going to be so exciting to see that happen. By the way, I'm kind of jumping across here a little bit, but there is. I want to bring this forward here. Brad C, Detectives 214, he said this, and I think whoever knows about VPN, I don't know too much about VPN. I know that my brother-in-law who lives in Japan, if he wanted to watch something, Netflix library that's in America, he would just change his VPN or something and then sign into Netflix, and then he can watch the American library. I understand, because when I went over there and I stayed with him and my sister-in-law, the Netflix in Japan, the category, the library was different. They had Blade Runner 2049 in Japan Netflix, but when you come over here, there's no Blade Runner 2049 on Netflix. So it's kind of it's different. And they had Kamen Rider stuff or something like that. They had a lot of cool stuff on there, or maybe not Kamen Rider. They had some cool stuff on there, but definitely it was really cool. So if he wanted to watch something in America, he would change his VPN. So Brad C is saying, if you're using a VPN to access HBO Max internationally, you have to use PayPal or Google Pay for your HBO Max subscription in order for it to work. Extremely important. Apparently, a lot of people, even Delta Fran, has tried this. They've got it's like in paying extra though. Like you have to pay for some type of VPN service, and then you also have to pay for your HBO Max subscription. But you got to use like a PayPal or Google Pay for your HBO Max subscription. So a lot of people have tried this, including David Redman, who this information apparently came from. He couldn't get it to accept his payment as Google Pay on his Google Android TV, so he sideloaded the HBO Max app onto his phone and did it from there. There's a way around everything. So there's definitely, I think McD even did this as well. So, and he's from Ireland. So if you want to, and if you can afford to, not strong arming you or anything, but this could be another way to support Zack Snyder's Justice League when it does come out, and subscribe to HBO Max to watch it. Because I've Google Play, it's no longer in Google Play for some reason, and it could be that Warner Brothers is really trying to not get this to be particularly big, but we're going to try to make it big, definitely. So if you're international and you can do this and you understand the process, that's available to you as well. So definitely check that out. I just wanted to put that out there. All right. Well, we're talking about, we were talking about Justice League, but I want to get into another cut real quick. David Ayer shares a new storyboard from Suicide Squad. This is coming from his Instagram stories, but I'm going to thank Mercury, the Snyderverse, for pulling this out. Suicide Squad storyboard from Ayer's Instagram. So it's Harley Quinn. There's the plane there, or the chopper, I'm sorry, where Joker and his minions are shooting at, and that's the scene where she's running across and she gets on the chopper. So it's nothing new. We've seen this scene in the actual movie, but I think it's just the constant little sharing of David Ayer that is kind of doing the old Zack Snyder strategy of just trying to engage us and get us interested, and maybe even putting out the hashtag if possible, but release the Ayer cut. Hopefully that still happens. Hopefully there's a little bit of noise for that. But definitely, I think like anything, the success of Zack Snyder's Justice League could definitely spin off, actually conjure up some magic, if you will, to get other cuts like Ayer's cut comes out, and maybe Ben Affleck's thing, and so on and so forth. So there's definitely a lot of possibilities for that. But it's great to see, like I said yesterday, David Ayer consistently still sharing stuff, still wants to support, still likes to support, and hopes one day that he'll get his vision shown as well. So. All right, since we're talking about kind of like David Ayer and Zack Snyder at the same time, let's talk about Jared Leto. Jared Leto talks a little bit about this, about Zack Snyder, and just has a lot more compliments about Zack Snyder. So check this out.
People are talking about Joker and Zack Snyder's Justice League. You've gone back to do Joker again as part of this new version, I guess.
Well, I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about this, Emma? I don't even know what I'm allowed to say or not. But I haven't spoken about it yet. But I will say that I love Zack Snyder, and from the early days and onward, he's a maverick. He is ruthlessly committed to his actors and to his vision, and I'm excited to see where he takes this. It was, I really just think so highly of him. And, it's a whirlwind being part of these things. It's really just, first of all, you're lucky to ever step into any of these shoes or suits or spandex or whatever it is that you have. And it's really fun to reinvent and explore, and that's a really fun challenge that I like a lot.
So that was Jared Leto talking about Zack Snyder, calling him a maverick, and just really a lot of great, kind words. But the one thing that you can pull from this is that he's excited to see where it goes from here, to see more of his vision. Like, he knows that Zack Snyder is really content, and really, like, not content, but really wants, really adamant about his vision. Like, he really wants to show us his vision. And it does go to show that they're like like many other teases before, Jared Leto does seem to maybe even expect that there is more after for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So like when he was excited for working with Zack Snyder again, it's almost like maybe just a little bit, maybe like if Zack Snyder's Justice League does good, hey, I'm gonna need you to come back to play Joker once again. So, are you willing to do that? And that's something Jared Leto's probably like, yeah, definitely, because he never got that real good shot with being Joker, and he wants to continue that. I think he really enjoys the character. He enjoys Zack's take on the character, and definitely he wants to be brought back once again. So I think those are the different, probably even some possible promises that Zack said that could potentially happen, and if they would be on board to do that. And it sounds like Jared Leto's one of them. That is like, yes, if it happens, if we're getting Justice League 2 and 3, I'm in, man. Bring me back. Let's do some stuff. Let's do that scene that I want to do, killing Robin and things like that. Let's do it. So it's great to see his energy, his positivity here, and I think we should keep this hope and hype up, definitely, because I want to see more Jared Leto as Joker, and I want to see him in the Nightmare scenario. I want to see his full arc. I want to see what happens, everything. So definitely, let's keep up the hype for Zack Snyder's Justice League. All right, we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. So not much. There's a couple updates, and one that I wanted to pull out. I was talking about Mick, right? Mick, who's a good friend of Zack Snyder. When someone was asking Grace, hey, Grace, you were mentioning something about if it was going to be episodic, there was going to be like an hour or so of something at the end of every episode. What would that have been? And if they're still going to do that, and Grace says no, it's going to be a movie now. It's not episodic. So, but people still wanted to know what that would have been. I was curious too, like what would that have been? Well, according to Mick, he says, think Talking Dead or Talking Bad, which is, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, the stuff after. It's a review of the episode, references, behind the scenes info, and huge hype building up for the next chapter. Also a way into the Snyderverse for mainstream audiences who are uninitiated but eager for this kind of content. Or if we're going to get that at some point. Mick D's not sure. He's hoping HBO Max can do special features and stuff the way Apple TV does. Will be a good way to keep subscribers locked in, to be the exclusive provider for making ofs and other bonus feature content, director's commentary track, maybe other versions of the film. Who knows, right? There's the world's an oyster. There's a lot of possibilities. And so Scott McClellan and Carrie Vandenberg had a little conversations there where they're talking about how that's possible in terms of that. But when is it? When are we going to get stuff, right? I mean, I want to know, when is the marketing going to start? Well, it's supposed to start in February. We do have that training event on the 31st, so definitely going to do that. But maybe this could be a cool start to this. This was a little bit funny. Might mean nothing at all. It's just an intern working. DC Titans was saying we're working on it for DC Titans coming back on to tease stuff. And this person says, care to wake up your buddy at Snyder Cut 2? Dude is lazy as F. Comes online, retweets some tweets, then goes back to sleep again. Tell him to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. And, that account, the official Zack Snyder's Justice League account at Snyder Cut, just did the eyes and Zack Snyder drinking some coffee. And DC Titan says, there we go. And, other DC accounts also kind of went in and said something as well. But it looks like, we're going to have some Zacktivation coming soon. I know that's what a lot of the fans are calling it when more Zack Snyder drops something. They call it like a Zacktivation for the hype to come, which is Zack Snyder's Justice League and the marketing in February. So this could definitely be a tease. I hope that's the case. I would love to get some kind of just more stuff coming out of this. Just build up the hype. However, whenever this thing's going to be released, may it be March 25th or March 18th, I don't know, but it will be so exciting to start getting some drops pretty soon, right? Where's that countdown, Zach? Remember you said you're going to have a countdown to the trailer or something? I would love to see that. So hopefully really soon. All right. So that's it for all the update. Let's get into the Ping Pong Flix members, comments, and questions. If you want your comment or question read on the show or the next show from this show, please join as a member down below and also put down a comment or question. All right, let's get into it now. The first comment or question from the day is from Nicholas Perdikas. Hello, Chris. The release date of Snyder Cut is 24th or 26th March. And second, I have sent you a message Instagram because I want to buy me a blue t-shirt of Dark Side medium size. Yeah, wait in line though, because I'm already helping 2 out, and there's a whole list that's on the 103 people, international people that are helping out. So I'm just gonna go through the 2, and then I'm gonna have Scott send me whoever next that I can definitely help. But I want to take care of those 2 first. So please be patient. There is a ton of people asking, even me, but there's also, we just need more US fans. So if you're a US fan, please sign up. I may link it again. Please sign up to fulfill some shirt requests from our international fans like Nicholas Perdikas here. Hardball Entertainment. Considering how Jim Lee helped Zack put together the 5-part arc, I'd say he's got a good motivation to see it through. We just need to let him know we have his back. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he'd want to see it as well. Hey, Chris, because, he drew a lot of that stuff. Hey, Chris, some note on the scheduling for everyone watching. The Amy Adams Lois Lane event is 3 hours after the Zack Snyder's Justice League event. I'd flat out say the times, but apparently YouTube deletes the posts that do that. Oh, that's weird. Why would they do that? Even with GVK moving down a week, Godzilla vs. Kong, victory, it still makes sense to move Zack Snyder's Justice League a bit earlier so it'll be prominent in all discussions and publicity as long as possible. Before Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, I will say the first weekend of March would be best. If they want to stay in March, yes, it goes against the WandaVision series finale, but to be honest, is that really much competition? I don't know, is it? But whatever, it's 2 different services. I think the key here is to make sure on HBO Max that all the analytics and metrics are showing that Zack Snyder's Justice League is producing more subscribers and producing more views. Hey, Chris, regarding JJ's JL Dark connections to the Snyderverse or Berlantiverse aside, the question is, will his JL Dark be connected to the Swamp Thing series? I'd say that connection is pretty much vital to ensure that the series returns for real on HBO Max. I guess that would depend on J.J. Abrams, I guess. My 3 fan theories, potential spoilers ahead. Viewer discretion is advised. 1, I think whoever made Mecha G is not only using it to frame the real Godzilla for whatever reason, but also get their way, money, power, best status, world domination. 2, I think Kong fights Mecha G first, then attacks the real deal, thinking it's the one he fought. Of course, then they team up to destroy the imposter after it's exposed. Number 3, I think the little girl with Kong doll is an indigenous person from Skull Island they kidnapped to manipulate Kong and keep him calm. Yeah, I mean that kind of showed that a little bit. I mean, I forgot the lady's name, but she was, I guess, probably taking care of her or knew of her or something like that. So definitely they are using her to kind of manipulate him in that sense. But yeah, these are interesting theories. I can't wait to find out, Doobie. As pertaining to the Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer, first week of February, Super Bowl Sunday is the 7th. It's getting so close. I'm just really, honestly, I'm hoping for like February 1st. Geek Haven Jan 86. Yes, Chris, that was indeed my intention. And I guess you would pick Jason and Predator. Yes, Superman and Godzilla were given. Now we need to see the epic showdown of a movie. I can dream. What do you think of the Monsterverse continuing on after GVK? I would be down for solo movies starring Mothra and Rodan. Speaking of Godzilla, are you aware there was always a bonkers, crazy Bat, SHIT, pun intended, Adam West Batman versus Toho Godzilla film made? What? No, I didn't. I didn't know that. The only bonkers one I've ever known was Godzilla versus Bambi, and all he did was just crush him. That's it. Bambi's dead. I believe the script is available to read online, though this could be a great contender for an editorial. Oh, wow. More on my list. One last thing. Who do you think will be showcased for the next Zack Snyder's Justice League t-shirt? My money is on Black Suit Superman. I think that it's a great one, because I was thinking that, like, for my top three of things to get would be, Dark Side, and Steppenwolf, but I was definitely Dark Side and Black Suit Superman, so that would be the case. Although you can almost argue that on the team shirts that you've seen now is Black Suit Superman. So we'll see about that. But maybe Ray Fisher Cyborg, the 4-arm Cyborg. But yeah, that would probably be it, unless they're going through the villains. Would anybody buy a Desaad shirt? You think anybody would buy a Desaad shirt? I don't know. But I kind of talked about the continuation of MonsterVerse and GVK earlier in the video when it came to Skull Island. So, I mean, I hope so. There's so much things you can explore in the MonsterVerse. I'm just hoping someone will do it. John Aaron Garza, when it comes to JLD and ZSJL possibly coming together, I mean that it would still follow Zack's 5-part arc. Oh, but it can now have been more, even more backstory with Justice League Dark characters and lead into Apocalypse War, and have Scream seasons of build-up with Zack and JJ. That's what I mean. Instead of films trying to tie it to Zack Snyder's Justice League, it could be Justice League Dark actually tying into it. That would be kind of cool, like an after effects, like an afterwards thing. That would be kind of cool. And please happen. I hack fruit. What if Warner Bros. Put Godzilla vs. Kong March 26th because they wanted to help the Snyder Cut by having no way to accurately measure if subscribers came for Godzilla vs. Kong or Zack Snyder's Justice League? That could have allowed high-up executives say that both films were a success and then greenlight the Snyderverse sequels. In a worst-case scenario, if the Snyder Cut doesn't provide HBO Max with a boost they are expecting, then the sequels would probably be less likely. Hope that makes sense. I'm just thinking about it from another perspective. Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely help with the subscribers, but I think they can also see that after you subscribe, what is the first movie you watch? In terms of metrics, analytics, and it could be that, they're definitely, it would help subscriptions, but from some people have said who are saying that, Warner Brothers, those two executives are trying to call it a cul-de-sac, trying to make it a cul-de-sac, is that their argument would be, look, they subscribe for Godzilla vs. Kong, not Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, and I think that's why the Snyders actually wanted to move it away, so that you can actually see that they are subscribing and watching Zack Snyder's Justice League right away. So, but it will help. Like even after Godzilla vs. comes out, if they subscribe to Godzilla vs. Kong, maybe they'll click on Zack Snyder's Justice League next. But the most important that the metrics show that not only subscriptions but the views as well, right? Shane James Prince. Hey Chris, formerly the Rebel Prince here. Oh, you changed your name. Deciding to change so it's more like my actual name. I'm quite excited to get to watch Godzilla vs. Kong from my home because I'm actually terrified big monsters. You're terrified of big monsters. It's such an irrational fear, but the only MonsterVerse movie I've seen in the cinema is Godzilla 2014, and I cry like a baby at times during that movie because the monsters just look huge and scared the crap out of me. Oh wow. It's weird because I love movies like those. Cloverfield is one of my favorites, but I just can't handle the monsters. It's kind of like I watch Jaws, and I love shark movies, but I'm afraid of the ocean. Like I hate swimming out in the ocean. I live on a freaking island. I mean, a lot of people laugh at me and says, you should live in a metropolis because that's where you always wanted to be. I'm like, yeah, I'm a city slicker. I'd rather live in a metropolis area. I hate the beach, honestly. I hate the beach. I hate going into water. And I'm definitely scared of sharks. But I love to watch Jaws. I love to watch Jaws 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so it's kind of a weird situation, but I think I get where you're coming from. Jonathan Mueller, I'd rather prefer Justice League Dark were directed by Guillermo del Toro. I would love to see it. I never got to read the script that was floating around, but that Justice League Dark, I'm really interested because I like his work. I like what he's done with like Hellboy and Pacific Rim, and definitely Pan's Labyrinth was really cool. So I was like, yeah, that'd be a perfect director for that. But unfortunately, Good day, mate. Glad to hear Godzilla vs. Kong moved for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Both will surely benefit. The Warner Bros. Executive lead by Walter Amada are all a bunch of pompous, arrogant fools. I stand with Ray Fisher. Stay gritty, healthy, outbreak free, and love always. Thank you so much, Frank Dabrowski. Shane S. Alman. Hi, Chris. Sorry I've been distant in commenting lately. Been flat out writing with the February 1st deadline. That's right. You're coming out with something really cool really soon. I wanted to run something by you. I think that Zack will reveal the new Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer himself on Vero. My friends think it will be a Super Bowl. What do you think? I don't know if it's gonna be a Vero. I think Zack did mention. Sorry. That it's definitely Warner marketing on Warner side has definitely taken over on that. So HBO Max will definitely be putting out a trailer. I think they're going to do that, unless they're going to let him pull out the first one and then they just follow suit and just do that as well. That's a possibility. You may be right about that, but I think he did say that he's letting marketing take care of that. So and I don't know, it will be at Super Bowl, but if it's going to be at Super Bowl, I don't think it's going to be that long. I think it's just going to be a little bit of a tease, like watch out for the trailer this whatever date or after Super Bowl, tune in to blah, blah, blah to watch the full trailer. Because I think that would be expensive to put like a 2-something minute trailer on Super Bowl. That's really expensive. So I think it's just going to be a little tease. Flo's Film Counts. Hi, Chris. Do you know how long it normally takes to get the Dark Side shirts here in Europe? I signed in last week, but no one has replied to me yet, and I really liked your Man of Steel in 15 minutes. Go on with the BVS next. I'm working on it. Greetings from Bavaria, Flo. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult right now because there are about they stopped having people sign up for the international side. There's about 103 people that need to be taken care of. In fact, every U.S. fan that signs up are given 2 fans. I got 2 fans right now. I had 2 fans. One didn't reply to the Twitter and the emails. So I said, hey, can I get another fan? Because I would like to help out. So reached out to somebody in Australia, and now I got 2 fans. So I bought 4 shirts so far. And once it comes here, then I'll ship it out and stuff like that. But definitely once those are done, I may take up 2 more. So I may go back to the list and say, hey, Scott, Nerd Queens, give me 2 more because I want to make sure everybody gets taken care of. So hopefully you'll be chosen next, Flo's Film Couch. We want to go through a list. We'll make it fair, and we'll see what happens with that. But and also hopefully they'll open up to international one day. I don't know. But yeah, just hold on, keep it going. Those shirts won't go anywhere. They're still going to be on the site. They're still going to be available, and definitely we'll try to help you out. Janet Patterson, what's up, Chris? Ready for March to get here? I believe that Zack Snyder's Justice League and Godzilla vs. Kong are going to be the best movies we get this year. Dark House candidate for one of the top movies of the year, The Little Things. Got a good mixture of action and thriller drama types with good and great actors. Just ready to watch all 3 of them. Got my Dark Side shirt 3 days ago and just made the anticipation of the movie coming out a lot longer, technically. Later, brothers. Stay safe and see you next time. Well, thank you so much, Janet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching The Little Things. I think that comes out pretty soon, right? Pretty soon on HBO Max. That's the one with Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. I'll probably watch and do a review on that. Check out Dave Pena. He actually got to watch it early, so he has a review out now and a reaction. So check that out. But I'm gonna look forward to watching that one as well. I'm really big fan of Jared Leto, of Rami Malek, yeah, but Denzel Washington, a huge Denzel Washington fan. Love his movies. Every time he talks, I just listen. I just like, he's talking. You got to listen. He just has that powerful aura around him and commanding voice. Every time he's on screen, you just listen and talks. You just listen. But definitely, thank you so much for your contents. Glad you got your Dark Side shirt, just like that. But thank you so much for your member comments and questions. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.